The arts are a broad topic, and dance is one of those arts that is included in what we'll be looking at over the course of our time building a foundation in arts and humanities. Let's go ahead and look at some of the dance elements you'll want to know as you begin to dive into this. Don't forget, with our training sessions, to pause anytime you need to for notes. Our objective is to explore the fundamental elements of dance: energy, space, time, and body, and how they influence dance performances and choreography. Now, it's important to note with dance that oftentimes you'll get some other elements that are added in, but these are four that are generally important no matter who your teacher or person discussing dance is going to be. They're probably going to talk about energy, space, time, and body in some way. Dance is an art form that uses the human body to communicate stories and emotions through dynamic movements. An understanding of these core elements enhances both the creation and appreciation of dance as a whole. So, looking at energy first. Energy is the vitality of movement. Out of our elements, dance has energy, space, time, and body. Energy is what you need essentially to begin to reflect or show things. It's crucial for showing emotion. Energy types such as vibratory, swinging, explosive, or sustained each evoke different emotional responses, enhancing the storytelling aspect of dance. There are dynamic contrasts here. By varying energy levels, dancers create contrasts that emphasize specific movements or emotions, adding depth to the performance. If the dancer is constantly moving, they're in a non-stop flurry of activity, that's going to convey a very different emotion or mood than somebody who is moving very slowly and carefully. Or if they're moving between the two, oftentimes it can also display that emotion in a different way. You have variation there, and that's going to create different feelings. Space is the dancer's stage. Space involves the area within which dancers perform and how they interact with it. The use of levels and directions is involved here. Dancers utilize various levels, high, middle, and low, and directions to expand the visual and expressive scope of their performances. Spatial patterns is where choreographers often use spatial patterns like lines, circles, or zigzags to organize movement in compelling ways, which can guide the audience attention and structure the overall choreography. So think of space as the area where dancers are actually doing the dancing and how that reflects on the dance as a whole. Time is the rhythm of dance. Time dictates the tempo, rhythm, and duration of movements in dance. Tempo is the speed of the dance, and it impacts its energy and mood. Fast tempos can energize an audience, while slower tempos may convey solemnity or grace. Rhythmic patterns are involved here, and dancers adhere to specific rhythmic patterns that can align with musical beats or be independent, adding a layer of complexity to the performance as a whole. The body is the instrument of dance. The element of body encompasses the ways that dancers use their physical forms to express ideas and emotions. Body movements include gestures, steps, turns, jumps, and other movements that form the vocabulary of dance. Body shapes would be when dancers create shapes with their bodies that can suggest different emotions or symbolic ideals, integral to expressing the choreography's intent. Is the dancer wide open and full of energy and joy, or are they hunched over in sadness, regret, etc.? The body is able to convey a lot of emotion just in everyday life, so it definitely can do so within dance. The importance of dance elements in choreography. Combining energy, space, time, and body allows choreographers or people creating the dance, designing it, to craft dances that are not only technically impressive, but also emotionally compelling. They hit the audience in a certain way, they make the audience feel something. The artistic expression involved provides dancers and choreographers with tools to tell stories and bring forth emotions purely through physical means. Innovation in dance. As far as dance goes, choreographers and dancers are experimenting with different combinations of these elements every day. Choreographers can introduce new styles and push the boundaries of traditional dance forms. A sample question to wrap up our discussion of dance, our quick foundation there. Which choice below names a subset of the dance element energy? Is that place, duration, size, or force? Each of these elements that we talked about goes pretty deep, and each of them has sort of like subsets or subcategories like this. Which of these four do you think fits in for energy? The correct answer is going to be force. Force is a critical aspect of the dance element of energy, referring to the intensity with which a dancer moves. Understanding how force is used can greatly influence the viewer's emotional response to a dance. We also had place. It refers to the spatial aspects of dance, but it's not related to energy. Duration pertains more to time, and size, which is sometimes confused with space, refers to the expansiveness or smallness of a dancer's movements, but not specifically with energy. Now, I think we've got a decent little platform to begin building our understanding on dance. We're going to go ahead and cap it off there.